no business starts without, a name. Delaying it is possibly losing your rights. See, if your product is a new invention, then you take one patent right. Incremental innovations can also get you patents. So small improvement in delivery, efficiency, effectiveness can get you a patent. So for different products, you can have different brands and different registrations as well. Each business will have at least one form of IP right. See, Indian patent law defines what is not patentable. So you need not come up with, groundbreaking invention to file a patent. The idea that you need to wait to become big is wrong. I would say if you start at the right time, you may become bigger.
Hi, Namaste, welcome to ITTV. Today we have our special guest, Mr. Rahul Bagga is with us. He is Senior Indian Patent and Design Attorney. Here in this interview, today we will try to explore intellectual property rights. What are those? What is happening in the market? What kind of confusions are there? Who need to apply for intellectual property rights? Like this kind, we will try to explore each and every point related to intellectual properties. Hello Rahul sir, welcome to ITTV.
Thank you.
So, everyone is hearing about intellectual property rights, but there are new startups and also small and mid-scale entrepreneurs. They don't know much about intellectual property rights. They try to implement compliances from legal system, from government tax systems, and if there is any establishment related things, they are following. Coming to the intellectual property rights, so what kind of misconceptions are there in the market? Who are utilizing it properly and who are unable to understand these things?
Sure. So as you rightly pointed, most of the businesses, when they start with all the proper legal compliances, because those are the things you need to start a business. But to sustain a business, they need a bit more of bit more legalities are involved, and one of them is IP rights. Now IP rights can be applied for by anyone. Each business will have at least one form of IP right. Now, what are different IP rights? You might ask. So, IP rights can be like patents, trademarks, design, copyright. So, mostly businesses will have these kind of IP rights.
This will be only for the products or services?
This can be for both products as well as for services.
So, any organization may produce different kind of number of services or number of products. Do they need to take for each and every one as a whole? They will take as a intellectual property right.
Okay. See, let's consider a business which is a services business. Now you have branded your different services under different name. Then definitely you will have to take protection for each new brand that you have given to your service. Let's assume a product business, say selling biscuits of different kind. So say within Britannia there are so many brands, right? Within Parle-G there are so many brands. So for different products you can have different brands and different registrations as well. But it depends on your marketing strategy. Some companies will have only one name and they will sell everything under one name. So you need to protect that one name.
Suppose if I have doing some digital business, some digital e-commerce business, I am selling multiple business in multiple modes. Like I will take online money, or I will take money after the delivery, or otherwise I will do the service for them. There may be some other businesses can be in that ecosystem.
Yeah.
So do I need to take only one intellectual property right which is related to my business, or for each and every service do I need?
So the answer is a bit complicated. Let me explain. See, if your product is a new invention, then you take one patent right so that nobody else can manufacture the same product. But your product should be new, inventive, follow the laws of India to get a patent. But when it comes to trademark, now you're selling this product by giving it a certain brand name. Now you're selling it online, you're selling it offline. You need to take protection in different categories. For example, if you want to sell online, your product will have to be registered in class 35. If say you're selling a beverage, a Coca-Cola, a drink or something like this, so you will have to have a registration in class 30 of the trademarks classes. But you want to sell it online, then you do a trademark registration in class 35. When you want to sell, say, merchandise, yani t-shirts or something with your brand printed on it, then you need to take a protection in class 16.
So because
Yeah.
these many class,
So you have to
anyway, any new startup owner, business owner, or small and mid scale, or even a giant companies,
yeah,
they will appoint attorneys or they will take a support from outside institutions or attorneys like you. So at what point of time they have to approach?
for I would say as soon as you start the business, because no business starts without a name. So first thing that you think of is the name of your business. So that is the first point of approaching a proper attorney to get proper trademark registration done. Then you are say developing a new product, a new software, and you think such software does not exist anywhere, or a new product that doesn't exist anywhere, then you might approach attorney to also file a patent. But all this needs to be done as soon as possible. You cannot delay it. Delaying it is possibly losing your rights.
One more thing here, suppose if we come to the very basic example, is this intellectual property right for very unique, very special products, or is it for every product? Like if some other company is providing some online services, like I am collecting the bill payments for the electricity. Some other person is also started the same thing. So first if I registered, if I take the intellectual property right for this concept, so any other person, do they get a chance to do same kind? Like there are, suppose if I register for the e-commerce portal, there are many other players also doing the e-commerce portal.
Yes. Yeah.
So in up to what level we can control?
Okay. See, Indian patent law defines what is not patentable. So some things are definitely kept not patentable. Like e-commerce portal itself has been kept non-patentable. But now coming to your question, you have a separate billing system. This person has a different kind of billing system. Say for example, your billing system is based on a QR code, right? And this person's billing system is based on UPI ID. For example, he doesn't have a QR code. So these two, hypothetically speaking, are different inventions, and they may qualify for different patents. So you need not come up with groundbreaking invention to file a patent. Incremental innovations can also get you patents. So small improvement in delivery, efficiency, effectiveness can get you a patent.
There is a lot of negligence coming to the patents or intellectual property rights. People will think, okay, once it grows big, then we will do it, or we will do it at the right point of the time. That kind of a nature is there in the market.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest if they didn't do properly at the right time, at the very early stages, what kind of chances are there? What kind of losses they have to afford?
Sure. See, that approach is actually not correct to do things when things will be all right. Because if you're entering business and you're persistent, it will grow, right? You are entering business with the view of growing it. So you cannot put all your decisions to when it will become big, because by the time it becomes big, because while you are becoming big, somebody also starts using, say, your name, starts using your invention, and none of them is registered. So if you could have become like 1,000 crore company, but now because of so many competitors in your own market, using your similar names, using your invention, you cannot become that company, because there are several competitors selling the same product that you invented. So the idea that you need to wait to become big is wrong. I would say if you start at the right time, you may become bigger. You will have stopped the competitors. So understand one thing, IP rights are sort of a barrier to trade for others. Every business, when we start a business, we create barriers for others to enter our business, right?
Correct.
Through clients, through employees, through colleagues, through secrets, right? So IP right is one such barrier for others to enter your domain. So if you say invented a new recipe of a new biscuit and it's big hit and people will suddenly start copying it, that's it, your business is diluted.
So when any new invention or startup, their product or service can be monetized at that stage. If they go for the
Yeah.
IP rights, they can comfortably keep it safe.
Yes.
And one more thing, what will be the too early stage? Do we need any proof of concepts, or do just by idea can I go for the IP registrations?
Good question. For patents, you just at the idea stage, you can file a provisional application, and you will be given 1 year under the Indian law to come up with more information, more proof of concept, come up with more data to file a complete application. So there is a lot of flexibility. So you don't have to come up with the entire idea in day one. You can have a brief framework of it, file a provisional, and then you have 12 months to supplement all other pending information.
So from the ideation stage also we can be secure our
We can be.
business idea.
Yes.
So coming to next question, everyone thinks about this whole process is very complex. That's why we will take at some other point of time, because so is it really complex?
The process is not really complex if you engage the right people, I would say. You can also learn it yourself and do it, okay? But the businesses, if my focus of my business is software and I'm filing my own trademarks, I will sure I'll end up filing wrong. If I'm a lawyer, if I start developing my own software, I'm very sure I will be very poor at it, right?
Correct.
So getting the right help at right time will help you, number one. Number two, the process itself is not complicated, right? The businessmen need not become lawyers for filing trademark. So if they get the right help who can simply simplify the process for them, keep it very easy. That, for example, let's say trademark filing. So first thing we do is you come up with a name. We'll think of we'll search whether this exists or not. If it doesn't exist, we tell them, hey, this doesn't exist, you can file a trademark. Then they tell us, okay, we prepare the application, the client approves it, and we file the trademark. It is that simple.
So if they are able to approach right attorneys, definitely the process
Engaging
will be-
writing, yeah, it will be really helpful.
But here the thing is, they are new. Even SMEs are a new startup founder. But how he can judge himself?
That's a good question. See, in our business, in IP business, a lot of work. You can always ask about for referrals. People are popular. There are many good firms in India, many good older attorneys in India who are doing this work. Finding the right partner, you can figure it out right from day one. It's not that difficult. Say if they have a team, they are sorted, they have systems, so you will know, okay, it is all sorted. But if there's only one person doing the entire job, you will know it's not going to, be very efficient
Because
and kind
there
of
are
work.
in market, there are a lot of people who will give the commitment at the time of taking the new orders or new clients, but they are unable to serve because not every lawyer can do everything.
Obviously,
There are limitations.
there are limitations. Yes. So see, in that case, transparency is critical. When we tell our clients, they often ask us, how long does it take to get a trademark or get a patent, for example. Our commitment to them is we can file a patent for you within a month. Or we can file a trademark for you within 3 days. But then the process is on the legal side. It is with the government. Whatever timelines we give is based on our experience. Government can
Correct.
take as long as they want. But still in India, the process, even the government side process is predictable now. We have got patents for our client within 6 months, 8 months, trademarks registered within 6 months. but sometimes it has also taken 1 year, 1.5 year. So it depends, it varies quite a bit. But I think this transparency needs to come at the very beginning, that our part of job will be done within so much time, but the government part of job might take a bit longer. If I say in the beginning I commit, I will get your trademark registered within 2 months, that's not possible.
So you are from the long time in patent segment. So is there any story related to your client who are safe by doing these patents at the early stage?
Sure.
They may share some of the stories with you.
I can share one very good story. So there was this inventor. So he used to work with escorts. So he left job at escorts, started working on harvesters, rotavators. So now he came up with a dual rotavator, and we filed a patent for him. And he licensed it. He gave this patent to some manufacturer in Punjab. He went back to his hometown, started his work, and he had no money because of his patent. So this manufacturer was like, let's form a joint venture. He formed a joint venture. They started selling the dual rotavator. You can Google it, you will find dual rotavator, and it's only belongs to him. And in that space, when he started, in his area, after within 6 months or 7 months, I think there were about 50 other manufacturers making same dual rotavator because the demand was there. So his first year revenue was not that great, 15, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. But then we started sending legal notices to these guys. And these legal notices really helped him. Many of them stopped manufacturing it, and it had a direct impact on his revenue. It actually went into crores. And now he is actually looking to seek more funding and grow his and introduce more agri machinery parts as well. So that is one real success story in terms of patents.
New way to see the growth.
New way to see the growth, yes. Because there are no competitors, he stopped them. So every farmer in the nearby area now has to approach him to give those rotavators to them. So now he is also, I think, doing some distribution agreement with somebody based out of Hyderabad to supply in entire south. He has the patent for it, and only he can do it. So that is one direct impact. So then there is some startups in India, very popular ones also. They are working on drones, for example. So they are working on leather from flower, right? All these are protected by patents. See, they are spending 5-6 years in research. Finally, they figured out a product. After that, somebody copies it because then they have no incentive to continue to do research. So they are all protected by patents.
So they can feel safe and secure.
They can feel safe and secure and continue to do
for the work what they did,
yes,
the funds what they invested.
Exactly.
So still there might be a lot of questions because each and every business owner or entrepreneur case is different.
Yeah.
So there may be a lot of questions coming forward in the future. So I will track all those and I will invite you once again. Before we round up this section, what is your message to all the business owners, especially for the startups and small and medium entrepreneurs?
Sure. See, this is 2023. The startups and businesses are starting in co-working spaces with no real assets, no land, no machinery. Everything is here in your mind. And business is done online through your name. So intellectual property rights therefore assume central importance in today's business strategy. So those are your real assets against which you will raise money, funding, or you will gain mileage in a competition against your competitors. So start early, start planning your IP very early in your business, and so that by the time you grow, you are able to see, hey, competitors are not able to break those barriers and you are keeping your position strong. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful message and also the insights which you given and some of your stories, how these IP rights helped your clients. So thank you very much. In future also our subscribers will come up with many more doubts. We will have one more section.
Sure.
Because this is a new topic to our subscribers. So this is the first section on intellectual property rights. Even I will explore and I will see what kind of questions will come in future. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you.